Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. The snow continuing to pile up at game time, and we are underway in Foxborough. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Strong to begin the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Carmichael. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Pierre Strong, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Carl Lawson. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. The tuck roll,
didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. And the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. On 2nd and 7, Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's complete. It's Okurebunom. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. Prescott to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Play action now. Prescott. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. I love that play, because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run with Strong. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Strong again, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Pierre Strong. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Pats take a 3-touchdown lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On third down, it's Prescott. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, a run with Strong. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat.
Looking to throw. Carmichael to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Carmichael. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to add on to their first half lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and it is 28-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. Prescott yet again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
46.
To throw is Prescott. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now here's Pollard. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Prescott now. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
4th down, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jahan Dotson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
47.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And now here's another interception.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Going with Strong on the counter.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, here's Strong once more. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Off play action. Carmichael. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no 1st down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the 1st down mark.
Yeah. Touchdown! Allen Lazard from 21 yards away as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear. We did better.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Second down, here's Strong once more. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Carmichael. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott.
He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 7, Prescott
swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
26. 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it. And the Pats are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Carmichael. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Tyquan Thornton,
70 yards.
And the Patriots are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he's got some space here. The 40. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Moore, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Pats at the line ready to go. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start on the ground with Strong.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And he gets this to Thornton.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind?
And now here's another interception.
It's Bubba Bolden who picks it. And the Patriots force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Strong one more time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. From the gun on 3rd down, Carmichael. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Under pressure, they got him again. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Jalen Petrie coming up to bring him down. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I had no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Pats, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it could be a potentially devastating loss as they finish with a mark of 9-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week